cake on my video. Should I keep my glasses on? I don't know. Hi everybody and welcome back to my video. This is a book video, so if you're not really a bookish person, go ahead and click in the description or in the eye of the sky. There are other playlists you can watch. I'm a vlogger, kind of an artsy crafter. I went to film school, so some of my films are in there as well. I'm using a ring light. It is snowing. I'm self-quarantined myself. If you'd like to know, my Christmas tree, yes, is still up. I'm sitting in front of my bookshelf because we are going to talk about the last 5 books that I read. The last 5 books that I read in 2020. If you want to know where I got these ears, I got these at Walmart. If you don't like my glasses, I'm very blind and I will go cross-eyed. So, eventually I know I'm going to need to put my contacts in, but it's a lazy day. It's snowing. I'm in self-quarantine. I'm kind of bored, so I'm making a video. And then I'm wearing my the pumpkin spice. I got this at Twitter's on sale if you really want to know. Alright, so the first book, if I look down, I'm currently looking at my phone. Look, going to Goodreads. Okay, my books. I also brought water. I'm really dehydrated today. First book that I read, let me insert a picture right here. It's called The Last Black Unicorn by Tiffany Haddinger. Okay, for all you who don't know, I'm dyslexic, so I listen to most of all of my books on audiobook. I don't care if you think, that's how it's supposed to be. No, you don't need to read books by books. I own books, but I have listened to them all. That's my ring light case. Okay. So I give Tiffany's book a 4 out of 5 stars. I finished reading it in June 8th. So the audiobook I totally recommend because it was done by her. She was the one that read it to me. So it was with her humor and she had different voices per character. I don't really like giving memoirs like a 5-star because I'm like, this is your life and you're an actor, so I don't really know. Also really cool, if you guys didn't know, I have a bookstagram. Right here's my bookstagram, so I only post book photos, book related photos on there. And she actually, I was so excited, she liked my post of her book. And I like freaked out, fangirled. Yeah, I was so stoked. Yeah, there she is. She liked my my book photo of hers. If you want to give it 4 out of 5 stars, it's the first book I read of the year. Really good motivational book, good one to like get involved and get stoked and everything. Before anybody asks, no, I'm not wearing my wedding ring. My hands have been really swollen lately, so it's been really tight on my hands. And if you hear that, that was my ice maker. I forgot how much sounds like apartments make versus houses. The second book I read for my sister's book club, these are all the books that we are currently going to try to read in the year. Off the top of my head, we're reading The Hobbit, which, to be honest, I've read that like 15,000 times. If you want to see my collection of Lord of the Rings books, please leave a comment below, because your girl has like a whole shelf worth of them. You can't even see that. Wow, I really need to dust my shelves. So we read 1984 by George Orwell. I listened to the audiobook. My husband has read it, and I think it is the most crappiest book out there. If you want a spoiler, I will put insert spoiler alert right here. It literally, and then it is terrible. Okay, it is like 3 people's lives put together for one person. Like, I had no idea what was going to happen at the time. It was in his head. The world was confusing. The people were confusing. The characters were confusing. There was a love interest, and I was like, what is going on? By the end of the book, I was like, what did I learn? Like, there was nothing I liked. And my husband's like, oh, this and this. I'm like, no. So we read it for book club. Paige's first book of the year, 1984 by George R. Well, I gave it, I think, 2 stars. I finished that February 15th, 2020. Alright, my next book, insert picture here, I have a lot of inserting to do, is Call Down the Hawk by Maggie Stiefvater. So I got a recommendation for this book by Books and Lala, I think it was. She recommended this book and it's like one of her favorite books. So I hopped on the bandwagon, read Call Down the Hawk, had to take the audiobook back to the library, and then got the audiobook back recently. So I finished it March 6th. Yeah, and I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. It wasn't one of those books that I'm like, oh, it's so good, I'm gonna remember it. And it had people that were like, okay, so it's based on this, if you've read, okay, comment below if you've read this book. So, if you have read, what is the name of that series? Blue Lily Blue is one of the books. What is the other book? Oh, I don't remember the other book. The Raven Cycle. Wow. I had to really think about that. Sorry. The Raven Cycle by Maggie Stiefvater is apparently this spin-off series to that, but you don't have to read the first series to know what's going on. I still kind of had no idea what was going on. Spoiler. One of the characters was a dreamer. I don't even know what that means. Like, he dreamt things, like he can imagination things. And then there was another girl that was a dreamer, and she had like tattoos on her neck and dreamt herself. Like, I'm really confused. And then the end of it was like, what is going on? Because all of a sudden, him, another person, and like that girl just like disappeared. And I was like, I don't know if I like Maggie Stiefvater's writing. I don't think I've ever tried any of her other books. I don't know if that is really what I'm in the mood for. So, I gave that book, what was it? 3 out of 5 stars? Yeah, 3 out of 5 stars. Alright. Next book that I read is Leviathan Wakes by James S.A. Cure. Oh wow, lovely. White on white. I don't know if that's gonna focus. Oh, I'm starting to put a picture here. This is actually the first book in the Expanse series. If you don't like this, it's all white, so you can't even tell. With everything white, darn it. So this is the first book in the series of the Expanse series. If you have Amazon Prime, get on there, watch the Expanse series if you love space. Right, let's rephrase this. This book I gave 5 out of 5 stars. It took me a long time to finish reading it. I started it in 2019 and then got to finish it in 2020. It is the first book in the Expanse series. I think there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books according to the cover. 8 books. This is book 1. This is told... If you've seen this book... Okay, so here's the thing. If you've seen the series, you need to watch all the way till season 1, 2, and 3. But this only covers 2 of the characters in season 1. So it covers Holden, I think that's his last name, and Miller. So it'd be like chapter 24, Miller, and it's taught like regular books and stuff. So if you've seen the Expanse series and you know what's going on, this pretty much follows the whole thing, but there's a couple more details that you're missing out that's not in the series versus the book. Hence why I picked up the book. I love it. And that's that. So I give this book 5 out of 5 stars. Totally recommended it. I loved it. I'm thinking about starting the second one next, but we will have to see on that one. Yeah, so that's why I gave that one. Alright, my 5th and final book that I read this lovely year so far. My goal was 20. I might bump it up to 25 now that I'm up to 20. It's only March. Due to the fact that I'll probably finish another book today. I finished Gemini book 2 and a Little Chronicles. So I got this book a long time ago. Now there's book 3. So this is book 2. Book 1, book 2, and if you don't know anything about these series, you can read them individually. Recommend reading this one because some stuff comes up in this one. Okay, this one, I still have the price tag on it. I got this at, where did I get this? Second and Charles, which is a bookstore, and the price tag is still on it. And then the one from Dollar Stores or from Target is still on it too. Anyway, I read this one. I don't know when I read this one. A while ago, but I just finished this one. This one took me over a year and a half to finish, I think. Let me look at Goodreads. I give this one 4 out of 5 stars. Why I didn't give it a full 5 stars is because just the way that it's formatted. So I recommend Books and Lala. I'm shouting out her. Go check her out. Link in the description below. Be like, Books and Lala, or I think her name's Kayla, but her channel's Books and Lala, had read this book once for a readathon, and she tried the audiobook and she didn't like the audiobook. And if you like mixed media audiobooks, recommend this one. So first of all, if you didn't know, this jacket is so annoying. So if you didn't know, this was the cover without the jacket. It's told in mixed format. So there's like, well, let me see if I can find like, there's like audio files where like swear words and stuff are blanked out. It's like dark. I'm trying to find her artwork because she's one of the, they follow a few two characters. Oh, like this one, these are the people. Like, these are people's faces, so they like X them out when they're dead and stuff like that. So if you like books that are told in mixed media format, totally recommend Space Book. I was kind of in a spacey mood because I was like, you know, just finished this one, like kind of in a spacey mood. I was gonna start the second one. That one I was like, Jenna, you are like a fourth of the way through this book. This thing's huge. Let's finish it. So I finished this in 3 days when I started reading it. Yeah, because of all the coronavirus stuff going on. I literally am put myself in self-quarantine. If you want to know, there is going to be a vlog about that, if I've not already said that in the last 13 minutes of filming. I loved the audios. My husband, see, like this, like that's a cool page. When I was listening to it out loud, my husband was slightly confused because there was a beeping noise where it's like beep beep, robot voice. Countdown to Hypatia in 4 hours, 0 days, 3 hours, and 42 minutes. And he literally saw the ice maker. He thought something was going off in the apartment and he like freaked out. It was very funny. And I was like, honey, it's my book. So it's told with different character voices, different people's reenactment, suspense, like jargon, like one of the characters is like a robot that's transitioning. Hence the wind now, it's blowing, transitioning sounds and stuff. So that was cool. Yeah, dust jacket drives me absolutely nuts on books, especially when they're like plasticky, like ugh. So I took that off and finally put it back on. This one's actually more pages than the last one. The last Lunar Chronicles Volume 1 was 599 pages. Oh, by the way, this is written by Amy Kristoff and Amy Kirkman and Jay Kristoff. Yeah. This one had 659 pages. So this one's a little bit bigger. I know there's a third book in the series. I'm currently waiting for the audiobook, but you know, with this whole quarantine thing and shutting down schools and libraries, I don't know when I'll ever get the audiobook. Maybe I can check to see if I can get it on Audibles because I still have a couple credits for that. Or, yeah. Anyway, guys, if you have any questions, concerns, questions about the books, please leave a comment below. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and I need to go finish cleaning my room, and I will talk to y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.